red velvet is more than just chocolate cake with lots of red flavoring. If you've ever thought that red velvet is just chocolate cake, you're absolutely wrong. By the end of this video, I will show you how to make the perfect red velvet cupcakes. You are going to love it. You need to have butter. Butter should be at room temperature. Pop it into your mixing bowl, add your white granulated sugar, then you need to give it a nice whisk until it's creamed together. You can either use a hand mixer and mix it for about 5 to 10 minutes, or you can use your stand mixer, or if you don't have either, you can give your hands a good workout and mix it up using a whisk. Whatever you do, make sure it's nicely creamed. Then you want to add your eggs into the mixture. Give it a nice mix until all the egg is nicely incorporated into your mixture. If you really want to learn how to make great cakes, can I ask you to hit the subscribe button now? Thank you. Now, back to our baking. So we've added in the eggs and we're starting to mix it, so you can start to see that the egg is nicely mixed into the batter and it should look nice and smooth. This is the consistency that your batter should look like at this stage. So let's prep the food coloring. I like to mix my food coloring with the vanilla, so a little bit of liquid. So measure out the vanilla, pop it into a jar, and then add the red food coloring. You want to have a generous amount because after all, it is red velvet, so you really need to have that red food coloring. Give it a nice mix into your vanilla. Then you add it into your mixture, and then you really want to give it a nice good mix until all that colouring is incorporated into your batter. Now, your cake batter at this stage should really look nicely red because some of that colour will fade as it bakes. So if you want to have nicely vibrant red velvet cupcakes, then you need to add a generous amount of food colouring, but not too much. You've got to find the balance. So this is the colour that your batter should look like at this stage. Next, we're going to combine all the dry ingredients together. So you're combining the plain flour as well as the baking powder into the bowl. Mix it together until it's nicely combined, and then you're going to be adding the cocoa powder. Please note, do not add the bicarbonate of soda at this stage. It will go in later on. So give it a nice mix so that it's very well incorporated together, and then we're going to add it to the wet mixture interspersed with the buttermilk. So I'm adding half of the buttermilk into the mixture, giving it a mix until it's combined. Next, I'm going to add half of the flour mixture, and then I'm going to mix it until I can't see any lumps of flour. This is what it means when it says mix until just combined. You don't want to overmix your cake. You just want to mix it enough for the flour to incorporate into the mixture. Once you get to that stage, stop, and then add the rest of the buttermilk into the mixture. Give it a quick mix to get the buttermilk incorporated into the batter, and then add the rest of your flour mixture and mix until it's just combined, and then you stop. If you're not a subscriber to Drmummycakes channel, you're missing out. Hit the subscribe button now. Thank you. So this is our finished batter, and now we're going to add the bicarbonate of soda into the mixture as well as the vinegar. You'll see that it starts to fizz up, and this is an important step for a delicious red velvet cake. So you want to then mix it into the mixture, and straight away you want to then put it into your cupcake cases. It's always a good idea to have pre-prepared your cake tin by putting the cupcake liners into the hole so that it's ready to go once your batter is prepared. I like to use an ice cream scoop to put the batter into the cupcake cases, as it allows me to consistently put the same amount of batter into the cupcake cases for even bake. Once you're finished, give it a tap to get rid of any air bubbles and bake. And here is the finished delicious red velvet cupcake. And as a bonus, I'm going to show you how I pipe a nice swirl of buttercream. So I'm using American buttercream. Recipe is available on my channel. I'm using a Wilton 6B piping tip to pipe this swirls. If you want to know more about pipings, I have a great beginners playlist on piping. You should check it out. It will show at the top of the screen and it'll also be in the description section.